Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Happy Life with Maria podcast. A little bit of a celebratory episode for me. Happy spring, everybody, of course, first of all. And second of all, I am just celebrating a few different milestones here, which I will reveal at a different episode at a different time, but just, I guess, overall in a happy mood today. And I wanted to share an interesting tip of the day today, which is relating to how we can shift our beliefs. So, for those who don't know and who don't follow the spiritual laws or believe in the spiritual laws, I believe, and a lot of my teachers believe, that besides the physical field, we also have an energetic field, which is a lot of emotions, thoughts, beliefs stored around us in an aura, like an energy field around us. And that is basically dictating our life, how we perceive things, how we react to things, what we believe we deserve, what we don't believe we deserve. A lot of it comes from stories that we've been telling ourselves in our mind. Like Zendaya says, the mind palace. Interesting quote she said. But yeah, a lot of the beliefs and the stories we tell come from a story that's been running through our mind for many, many years, from a past experience, from somebody told you one word one day and you remembered it and became your story of your life. And all these, unfortunately, sometimes bad stories we keep telling ourselves. And we are not aware of them most of the time because they're in the subconscious, they're deep, deep down. So, for example, a person could be consciously saying to themselves, oh, I believe I deserve the best. I believe I deserve the best life partner. I deserve the best friends. I deserve all the good things life has to offer. However, if deep down in their inner thoughts, they're contradicting it, like David says, as one of my teachers, David always says, there's a competing belief, but competing thought, the opposite thought that's really running behind you. In those cases, no matter how many times you consciously tell yourself that you are, deserving of amazing things and deserving of the best, it's not gonna fully land because your aura field, right, your core of who you are doesn't believe it. Like the deeper core of who you are doesn't believe it fully because there's a competing story running from the past experiences that's contradicting that. So today's tip is, if you want to, for anyone that's looking to really fully make a dent in shifting their beliefs, I would suggest step number one is identify what is the competing belief. And the way to do that is very tricky to find it. That's the thing. It's very tricky to find it because you think you're fine, you believe the positive. So I would do this exercise. I think a few of my teachers recommend this one. You take a sheet of paper, and let's say, you think that you believe you deserve the best friends and the best partners in life has to offer, who treat you amazingly, right? On a sheet of paper, and if you still don't have that in your life, right, take that thought and write on a sheet of paper the question, answer this question. What are some of the negative things I believe might prevent me from having that, right? So you kind of trick yourself to ask yourself a deeper question, right? Why wouldn't I be deserving of a happy, healthy friendship, a happy, healthy relationship? Why wouldn't I be deserving of that? What are some of the reasons? Just like a game, right? Just for a play. And again, this is only for those who do not have that in their life and they keep wishing for it and saying the words, but not landing, right? It's because I think subconsciously there's a story that's hidden deep inside your subconscious where you are not allowing that for yourself because of subconsciously maybe you believe something bad will happen. So ask yourself this question, right? Whatever I just said, I already forgot that question. Ask yourself that question and write down the answers that come up. Write down the answers that come up, all the variations of it. Maybe subconsciously you'll remember, oh, because I have a neighbor that is not happy, and their friends and their marriage is not happy. So maybe that's, how life is and it doesn't exist, right? It could be some weird thought that popped in your head once and became your story subconsciously, right? Or it could be you heard or you saw somebody do something, whatever it is, right? So write down the answers to those questions. And then that's like the most important, is to uncover what is the competing belief that keeps running in your mind. Is it, somebody's example? You saw an example of somebody being unhappy and you think that that's you now, or whatever it may be. And once you see it, that's the whole key. Once you see it, you can change it, right? You cannot change what you cannot identify, right? What you cannot see. So once you see what that hidden doubt, hidden fear is, then step 2 is now we can transform it, right? So make sure you spend enough time digging and ask yourself that question I asked before, deeply. And then once you identify the items that come up for you as the negative items that you believe subconsciously, now we can go through one by one and reverse those out, right? Now you know what's the real item that you need to change. It's the deep one, not the surface one. Oh, I believe everything is good. No, there is a subconscious view of it where you don't believe it because of something that happened before. And it could be at any age. It could have been something that happened in your childhood. It could have been something as a teenager. It could have been something that happened to you as an adult. Any age frame, time frame. It could have been from anyone. Whatever pops in your head is the answer. It could be more than one. It could be 3 reasons. Usually, like probably at least 1, 2, or 3. Could be 1 as well. So now that you know what the real competing belief they need to shift is, now on the other side of the page, go ahead and allow yourself, just literally say to yourself, I allow myself to release that negative thought, and ask yourself, is that the truth, right? Is that negative thought 100% true? Is that what happens to everybody? Or is that just an example of what I saw one time, right? Ask yourself, is that 100% true? Question that negative belief. And once you question it, you will probably see that it's not 100% true, and you can choose to let it go. So now you ask yourself the question, is it 100% true? Probably not. Now you can say calmly and firmly and peacefully to yourself, I now choose and allow myself to let go of that story because it is no longer true for me. I now see it's not true, and I let it go, right? You release that old belief and write down the new positive belief, right? And you can do it slowly, right? I allow myself from today on to believe that I truly do deserve the best friendships, the best relationships, the best everything, right? I allow myself to truly believe that I truly do deserve the best friendships, the best relationships, whatever it is, right? So just keep writing the positive now that you have cleared the true negative that was hidden deep, right, in your subconscious. Now, after you asked yourself, is that really true, or can I let this go? If you can let this go, which hopefully you can, start with a new story. I now allow myself to fully believe that I truly do deserve the best. And that's how you do it. So hopefully this was helpful to some of you. Definitely we'll have more episodes on this because I'm very passionate about finding the root cause of the limiting beliefs, as they call it. And I just like to erase those and create the positive, because you will see how your whole aura will shift around you. Your whole energy that surrounds you will start to sparkle a little bit more, and people will pick up on that. That's the thing people don't realize. When you go outside, the world reads your energy first before you even say anything. So once you remove those darker clouds away from your aura field, your whole life experience starts to be a little bit different. People welcome you differently. You welcome yourself differently. You see yourself differently. And now you radiate more belief in yourself, more joy for yourself, more love for yourself. And that becomes how others start to perceive you also. So definitely email us happywithmaria@gmail.com if you have any suggestions, questions. More to come. Stay positive. Talk soon.